Vyrus beats, Vyrus beats, Vyrus beats. Vyrus beats, Vyrus beats, Vyrus.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is Super Black.
Hey everybody, we are back after taking a little time off because brother had an anniversary to attend to. Priorities, people, priorities. But we are back for another episode of Blur's Eye View. I'm your man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in. For those who are new here, show your love on the YouTube channel right now. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, and you'll get some of the latest interviews, some of the greatest commercials we've been told, and all that extra stuff that's in between. But you'll have a fun time while watching us. But let's see if my second in command is on point. She's on point. Okay. Let's bring it in. Let's get this party started. Lady Mandalore.
Oh, hello,
What's happening?
morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are, everywhere.
All that above.
Yes, hi.
We are things are brewing for us over here at this camp. I told y'all to watch us, and y'all didn't pay attention.
Don't fuss with me, boy.
I say what I mean, and I mean exactly what I say. Things is happening. We also have our very own Grilled of Horror, Laney of Geek by Heart in the building.
Sister.
Up, my lovely sister, my lovely brother. I think I'm not on mute, so y'all can hear me. Hey,
New day.
hey.
Everybody is happy. I gotta move Virgil over here somewhere. Like he fell off his pedestal. So, yeah, I'm like, I always take some of my action figures. This is why I'm moving away from the actual action figures and moving more into statues. It's just quality.
That seems money. That's what I heard.
Well,
That's all I heard. Okay,
well,
I thought it
now
was just me.
it's certain ones. Like I have a Black Panther, a Shuri, and as you see, I got Dr. Doom in the back. Those are more like PVC type styles, and those are much manageable on the budget.
I have Funko. That's my budget.
That's
Okay.
You see that? That's it.
Funko.
And that's I got some. I know I got some en route. However,
It's
I will go instead of statuettes. I will go for things like this.
See,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Okay, I will go for things
I got some toys.
Blade. Absolutely.
I got an elf blade that's sitting over here that needs to be hung up, from Lord of the Rings. I need, little things. But we got our man in the building, cinematic assassin. What's happening?
He will.
The itis is what's happening.
Look, she's better than you to me.
Just had some fried fish with the grandmother.
That was it right there.
Yeah.
Fried fish and grandma.
You would have had some fried fish and some grits. You would have been asleep.
That was it right there.
I spent a glaze over now.
You just like, let me go on over here and saunter on down here and sit down.
Maya.
So
hi, folks.
it's what we do. We also have the ship's engineer, the man who can lift warp drive engines with his bare hands.
Yay.
Black Spartan. And you thought it was gonna be Will this time, didn't you?
Papa Bear.
I was going to sit there and say, Will hitting 225, which means I have to go harder now. So,
Sir,
Wait a minute.
225 for breakfast.
Look, he didn't deny it.
He had nothing.
I look at everybody like Jordan. I took that personally.
We have a dope artist in the building with us tonight. It's Ozzy the Vyrus. This dude has been making runs in the convention floor area. Like, if you don't have any of this brother's art, he's caused the influence with some very notable people. One of them being our very own Carl Jones of Martian Blueberry. He's very, very appreciative of Huey Freeman and of the Boondocks picture that he did, and that was well. Let's just bring him in and ask him a little bit. What's going on, Ozzy?
What's the word?
So
What's going on? Thanks.
it is. Before we get into what you do, I want to say you do some dope art.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I just try to what's it called? Let me get some of this recording real quick. I should have been doing this first.
It's very, I'm gonna tell you, it's very reminiscent of, like, you know, when I was coming through, like during the 90s, there was a stage during the 90s where people would take certain cartoons like the Looney Tunes. It was always like the Looney Tunes, and they would have them like in jerseys and jeans and the fitted caps. So it's very reminiscent of that. But this, your style is completely different, and it really, we don't take for some reason those Looney Tunes ones we took a little offense to, but we won't.
Yeah, it was like the gangster, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, thug life, you know what I mean? Type of look they was trying to give all these cartoons. I definitely say
what's up,
art is
Jarrell?
like a modern version of that, but just more culturally impactful rather than like.
Would you
You know what I mean?
venture to say unique and actually talented and not offensive and so many more other words that I could possibly use? Oh, good.
Yeah, talented.
Good. Oh, good.
I mean, I was just trying to be humble about it, but yes, definitely all of that put together. But
I mean, I'm gonna put one of them up. One of them that he's caught the eye of not just Carl Jones. He's caught the eye of Gucci Mane. He's caught the eye of Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's caught the eye.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment on that.
Yeah, that right there. That's kind of like the pinnacle. He's caught the eye of Chris Brown. You know,
Yeah.
people are out here. They know Ozzy's work.
Yeah.
This is some dope stuff. Like, and I'm bringing a picture back up of Megan, not because it's Megan, but then again, it's Megan.
But it's okay.
It's
but
okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Now this is dope, and she co-signed it, of course. You know, and she loved what she did. Here's one with you and Carl with the Boondocks one. This was just at DreamCon, correct?
Yeah, just at DreamCon, met him for the first time. It's funny, like I really been like watching his whole journey, him and Aaron Magruder, you know, and what they've been doing, because, you know, as another Black creator, I'm trying to, you know, create my own ideas and definitely, you know, let them soar. So that Boondocks is definitely one of those shows, and other stuff he's produced too and been a part of has been like that motivation. So to actually meet him, chop it up with him, and, you know, not really bother him too much, but let him know, like, look, I've been watching, you know, your journey, my brother. So I'm trying to, you know, come up like similar or just as great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
that was dope.
I think what you have. See, normally we do the news segment. I'm gonna do the news segment a little later.
Yeah.
What we have here is one, a talented brother, two, someone who knows the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you have stuff like the Boondocks, who doesn't? If you don't know who the Boondocks are, if you have no idea, what are you doing with your life?
You should know better.
You
Somebody
should know better.
who ain't learned. Your mama didn't do you right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tafari, he just said it. When legends link up, exactly.
Shout out my boy Safari, man.
He's been our diplomat in a lot of these things. He's built bridge building. But when I look at a lot of your art, and I think about, this is what it was always all about, you know, getting to this level of saying, hey, like I said, when I mentioned the Looney Tunes thing, it had that gangster edge, and it was like, it looks good, but I feel something in my ancestral spirit that ain't right.
It's kind of offensive. It's something like why Autumn had like a Bible tat like on the chest or something. Like why SpongeBob had 2 Glocks? Like I'll be so confused sometimes.
Homer definitely did that with Simpsons. Definitely.
Yeah. It throws me, and I'm just like, what were you going for? Like we already rocked with Bugs Bunny, but why did you have, like, you know, and I don't know who was really behind that. I never really did know, but when I see stuff like what you have, and you have Dragon Ball Z, you have a lot of anime characters, and it's very anime inspired. Hell, Boondocks is anime inspired. Boondocks is considered an anime, you know. And when you see these type of characters drawn up and put in these different styles and these mashups, some of the dopest mashups I've seen, and then you see like the cover of the artwork you did on the Gucci Mane sound, you know, album. I was just like, yo, this has no business being this dope. But then again, it's coming from us.
Yeah.
So
because I know, like, I'm in here. I grew up, you know what I mean? I paid attention. I was outside. So it's like you just take all that and add some graffiti, some crazy lines, some unpredictable colors. I can't even tell you my own color theory. People trying to study my theory. Look, I don't even know what color I pick next. I just know it's gonna look good, and just throw it in there, and that's it. That's really the basic essence of Ozzy as the Virus piece.
And that's what I can appreciate because it's. I feel like, why am I running this thing? Second in command, come on up. I gotta grab 2 more pictures.
No, you capping what you.
Okay,
you mean?
well, see, I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? And we at this camp, we know when we see really good, dope work. What do you got planned up next?
I'm running the shows right now. I'm going crazy. I'm at multiple shows, like the brand. I might not be there, but my brand is definitely out there. That's the next step, being in multiple places at the same time without really being there. Taking a little back burner to work on my manga, drop some new artwork, hit the con scene, Q4, go hard, be at every show every weekend if possible. And that's it. Just I take it easy, man. Like I try not to aim too high, but I aim far enough where the day-to-day stuff brings me there. You know what I mean?
Right. Somebody said it, one of the most copied artists in the art game, in the anime art. Hey.
Got a lot of children out here, and it's all respect. We're not going to disrespect these artists. I've learned in my years seeing so many people copy and steal. I've learned to look at it in a different way, where it's like, okay, that means I'm doing something right. I just felt the way in the beginning because it's like, yo, I'm trying to have something for myself. Like I really spent years formulating. It's like when you take a recipe, you can have multiple things to put it together, but there's a certain measurement of each thing that makes it good. And I just feel like people looked at the ingredients and just threw it all together and said, yeah, this is what Ozzy does. And I'm like, no, you use too much of this, not enough of that, way too much of this. What are you doing here? And I felt offended because it's like, you can't just take something that somebody really worked hard to discover and think that you're just going to do it the same way. But I learned to just realize, look, man, not everybody can sit down and take the time to create a formula that works for them and is their signature. So I gotta just, have some pride when I say like, this is my style. You know what I mean?
You can literally say that. Here's some samples of some of the stuff. Like this was dope. Like this ain't nothing but an album cover. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what's so crazy? I actually used to do music. I used to make beats. I used to rap. I used to do all type of stuff back in the day. So a lot of my essence is from like trying to get into music and just being in that lifestyle with my friends early on. And I just learned how to kind of bring that same energy that I was always into and then bring it into art, you know?
Right. Here's it, like when you have items like this.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is there's so much going on, but I love how much is going on.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Danny Phantom.
okay. Because it's just like, yo, I'm like, you got all different levels of ghosts up in here.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, this, it's just different. It's different. And I like the different,
that's
love, right. Like,
that's how Carl.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, this one was a banger. Like if I was a rapper and I dropped a single, this was definitely it. Last year.
If Static is not on your list of anything, there's a problem.
This fire. Those two pieces in the LSD collection have definitely been going crazy. Like my LSD collection is really fun. Hey, that's the Vyrus Graphics collection right there. The LSD collection is so fun because that's when I just freeform, just go off and just like, I love hip hop and rap, so I be feeling like I'm just like Lil Wayne, but like art, like I'm just killing every freestyle.
You know what? I'm glad you said that.
Like
I'm glad you said that because for those who's living on the rock, Lil Wayne is known to be probably one of the hardest working artists out there.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite rappers in high school. So
to this day, that summer of Wayne is what I call it. He killed the summer with mixtapes.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to kill it with art. So
like,
these fire pieces back to back to back. Everyone is a banger. Everyone looks good. I haven't dropped the ball on any rendition I've ever done. I'm trying to go from that inspiration because we lived through that era. Like I've seen that era, so it was very motivational. Even though I'm not rapping, it's like that work ethic that Wayne had. I take a little bit of all the stuff I like, and that's just how I build myself and my brand, and my motivation, my inspiration for everything.
So what do you think? Theo Cavi asked in the audience. He says, what is the longest one of your pieces have taken?
Oh boy, drawing a Gundam. A lot of people ask me, you gonna draw more Gundam? I said, look, this might be the only one y'all get, but it was so fire how I did it. It's like I'm kind of being peer pressure to do another one, but drawing mecha and robotics and just gears and making it look like it's a solid robot rather than skin and characters, it's a whole different ball game. That took I don't know if we can curse, but that one kicked my ass. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That one.
Respect though. I mean,
you said that was your
Gundam. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it took a while. It took months. These usually take 2 to 3 weeks. This took months, and I'm just talking about finding the motivation to feel like you're spending hours, and I'm still just working on the head. Like it's weeks, and I'm still rendering the head. Now you got an arm, the chest, everything, and then all the yeah, it is crazy.
Making it all blend together. I get it. No, I get it.
But it looks so beautiful. It was worth the time. It was worth the time.
That's what I can really appreciate especially when it comes to artists. I can really appreciate it. Artists of any form. I can really appreciate when they take the time because you notice it. You kind of pick on whether it's in drawing, whether it's in nerdcore. You kind of notice like they spent some time on this. Like shout out to cats like yourself. Shout out to people like Carl Jones, Crazy Eddie Great, Hieroglyphics. Shout out to Josh B over there, Nerds and Hip Hop. Clutch the Boy Wonder. These are cats I know they put in work on their craft. And Sir Julius Cosplay, he's another one. I'm like, dude, just slow down. I'm like, I just got used to the Blue Beetle, and then you're adding attachments. Like, dude, like, but I'm with it. So then when I see work like what you're putting out, I'm just like, I wish I had more wall space.
Bump the wall. I bump the wall. Can you do a wall?
That part.
Yes, he can. Let me let you know.
That should be on
he
a
could do a wall.
Hey, look,
and I'm eyeing those tank tops hard.
It's digital art, man. The digital art people, it's so amazing because I could draw it once and I could remix it to whatever it needs. I could put the artwork on cars. You know what I mean? I done put it on air fryers, walls at restaurants.
Yo,
air fryers.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all ever seen it. I did an air fryer giveaway. It was a Demon Slayer air fryer. Put all my Demon Slayer.
Nah,
the boy puts in work.
Yeah, it was just random as hell. I was like, okay, so I just discovered air fryers. I was like, I can cook faster, more efficiently. And I got the dual one. So I was like, you know what? What if I put my artwork on and just do a give? I be on some shit, man. So I got the air fryer. Shout out to Rash for Less here in Orlando. They wrapped it for me. They was like, we usually wrap cars and other stuff for you. We gonna wrap this air fryer, and they did it. I made sure it was heated temperature so it don't peel off. And hey, that joint was beautiful.
Wow. I just saw the Gundam. Oh, you did the RX-78. Nice.
Yeah. I gave it away, and then I wrapped the PS5. Now, a lot of my followers, if you know, I was supposed to give it away, but I liked it so much. I said, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I ain't gonna give it away.
Yeah.
I mean, when you know. I just kept it. I ain't gonna lie. I was supposed to, but I never did. I kept it a buck. Though. I told you, look, we was gonna do this as a giveaway, but this is too hard. I gotta just keep this one at the crib. But the air fryer, I got that. You know what I mean? Have fun cooking.
So y'all get the air fryer. I'm keeping it.
Trying to keep y'all healthy. Go out and play, touch some grass.
Put some salmon in it. You'll feel better
about yourself. Yeah. But I might do more giveaways. I just be coming up with cool things. I don't wrap firearms, like all type of stuff. Like just put my art on whatever.
Theo got the questions tonight. So Theo says
all of them.
Yes, he says, how did you figure out your marketing strategy?
That's a good question. Just constant posting. It sounds funny. I really don't think I have a marketing strategy. I just been doing the same thing over and over and making sure that people want to tune in. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like for example, I just put up a reel a few days ago where I was just reminding myself and others, like, don't worry about the numbers. Just keep posting your work. Just make sure that you're putting out outstanding work and just stay consistent with that. Now, I don't know if this works for everybody, but at least in my journey, just being consistent with the work and the effort, it didn't show for years. For years, I wasn't getting no good numbers, no, love, engagement. But then it's like a snowball. It just starts off real small. And then I'll say within like the last 3 to 4 years, that little mini small ball from 12 years ago posting on Instagram has now become like big. And I've suffered a lot, getting takedowns, copyright strikes, people reporting me, getting shadow banned, for the nude anime girls I've been drawing. I had to tone it down a little bit. So, but I'm still here though, and I still have a genuine like community of people who just love what I do. And that's like the snowball I'm talking about. So the marketing strategy, it's like I just post what I want to just do. But I just made sure people want to stay tuned in and don't want to miss out.
That's what's up. On the sidebar, I like the representation. Good looking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lady Mandalore. I'm sorry.
It's what
Straw
it is.
From one straw hat to another.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not like the super One Piece fan. I've not seen the whole entire thing. I'm not committed that far. But because of the live,
bad, I don't think anybody has.
Okay. I'm still very in the beginning. I don't even think I've seen Gear 2 happen for real yet, just being honest. But because of Gear 5 and the live action, it's like it kind of motivated me to, all right, let me sit down and commit to this relationship of an anime.
That's I'm not gonna lie.
A relationship.
It's definitely that.
It's an adventure.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not even joking. That's a whole relationship. That's 1,000 episodes. Like you got to commit
I'm not gonna lie. It's a hell of a commitment. But once you're in and I'm not saying it because it's the Kool-Aid, Lady Mandalore. Yeah,
That's what a Kool-Aid drinker says.
No,
I'm saying it because there's actually, when you look beyond the front of everything, you're just like, yo, a lot of this stuff is dope. When you boil it down, you're just like, yeah, this dude is really about his people. Yes, he loves to fight. That ain't no question. But he really does. He really don't like when people
that's what's true.
And he's just like, yeah, wait, what happened? Hold on. And then it was like, you don't even know me. That don't matter. They shouldn't have done that to you. And he just goes at it. So we'll talk more about that later.
It's coming up soon.
It's coming up soon. But yeah, so where can they find some of your work at?
Everywhere nowadays.
Nah,
on a serious tip, I'd say your best bet is my Instagram. Like I need to diversify my platforms a lot more, but I just been kind of, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kind of one trick pony, just don't go on Instagram. I try to get into YouTube and everything else, but it'd be hard. But right now, Instagram is my hub of where you can see everything I'm about. And then my link tree has everything from my original manga to check out, the LSD collections, canvas collection, the Vyrus graphics collection where I draw and pay homage to a lot of individual, anime characters. Yeah. You know what I mean? Showing them love and putting them on, clothing gear and other merchandise. My car page, which I haven't posted too much on it lately, but, if you want to see a cool Latasha, I'm representing for like car heads and anime heads, you follow that. And whatever else I got going on, everything's there.
I do love the fact you respect the GTRs, by the way, with the Godzilla. So
yeah.
respect on that.
I be knowing, bro. I know what the people like, man. You just gotta look at the art. That's it. And I'm a huge fan of Easter eggs. I love when there's a lot of stuff I throw in my art today and now that like y'all see, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff y'all might not see 5 months from now. Hey, there's people who notice some things a year later. Hey, there's gonna be stuff y'all gonna notice way after I'm going. Like, oh, damn, I didn't realize how they put that in there years ago. Like, it's all little. I just love it. Like, because when you find it, it's gonna be like it's like a rapper like when he dropped like a bar. It's like, all right, you throw a double entendre, but it's really a triple, quadruple entendre. You just wasn't listening. So that's my thing for it.
Yeah, I think. Easter eggs are just fun. Like you said, yeah. Easter eggs are fun. I mean, there's Easter eggs even now, like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. There's Easter eggs. Literally, there's so much going on in those animations. But there's Easter eggs everywhere. And you're just like, yo, from visual Easter eggs to stuff that's being said from the script work, you're just like, yo, I didn't pick up on that. Even deleted scenes where you sit back like, wow. Like, there's literally a deleted scene where him and Peter are talking, and I think it's from the first one. It's a deleted scene, and he says, "Who do you love? You know, who's close to you?" And he says, "My mom, my uncle, and then my dad." And I'm like, "Damn, why in that order?" You know,
Yeah.
you're just like, "Why in that order did that happen?" You know, and people who are just ingrained in the film, they don't pick up on like the relationship that he's having with his father and the relationship he has with his uncle and how that all plays. It's just like, yeah, there's a reason why this stuff. So like Easter eggs are dope.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm a huge fan of that. My manga's gonna have so many cool Easter eggs. My art already has tons of them. You know, like that game goes piece. You know, that one's dope. You know, it's all ghosts, but like there's some stuff that if you just know, you know, like Gotenks is in Yusuke Urameshi's clothing. You know what I mean, from the tournament. Like,
wow,
yeah,
Nice.
you know what I mean. You know, Spirit Ghost Detective. You know what I mean, and stuff that like you'll see it, may not understand why I did it, but if you know, you'll understand how it happened. You know what I mean?
right.
Safari, get out of my head. Safari, get out of my head.
that Hobie piece does go hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I need y'all to be quiet about that. I'm trying to get that on the low. I need y'all to hold on and just wait till I get mine. You gonna get yours, but wait till I get mine.
That one's gonna be crazy. Like that's like, I feel like that's like when like an artist just shows off a song real quick in the story and they just waiting for it to drop. I know y'all waiting for my hobby.
If there's any character that fits the style of art that you do,
oh yeah,
it would be Hobie. Because I'm just like, that fits, that tracks.
Because I feel him. Like I don't.
Real talk, I think we all
like
did. I think everybody in the Blur community felt that dude. They was like, he's right. You know, he's right.
Exactly. I don't expect consistency in art. So it's like it fits. Like when I tell you I'm gonna kill that piece, oh man. I don't even want to put it out. I'd rather let everybody else who got one out. I'll give y'all some time.
You say you're gonna do like the PS5 thing. He was like, I think I'm gonna keep this.
I not put it out at all. No, I'm gonna put it out. You can do that. If you got a Hobie piece, you better
give the audience what they need.
Hey,
I feel like
you better push and promote hard, because when I drop.
What did I say? Make sure you get your wallets weighed up.
Yeah. y'all
better work on that.
That one's gonna be sick. I'm actually looking forward to finish that as soon as like this interview is done. So like, trust me, like it's I'm on it.
Yo, Ozzy.
So, I feel like your whole swag is like Hobie, because like the second you appeared on screen, I was like, this motherfucker looks cool as hell.
I was in this cool. No. But I appreciate that, man. I just like to be different, man. Even from the art to how I want to express myself and the things I'm into. You know, I just standing out is one of my favorite things that I try to make sure I do. You know what I mean? When I want to stand out, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
we are taking a commercial break. When we come back, we got some news for you, and then we're gonna get into the main topic of things, you know, about live action adaptations, anime adaptations, the gift or the curse. Be right back.
I was eating. What commercial? Commercial break. I'll give you a commercial. There's a goddamn celestial in the ocean and no one is talking about this. What even is that?
Spider-Man, a psychopath wielding powers he has no right to possess.
Jameson, not now. Is this a Thanos thug showing up on CBT? Did Jesus come back and get stuck halfway through? How does nobody have answers on this? It has been sitting here ignored and untouched for months like a Christmas tree. We might as well hang ornaments on it. Read all 600 pages of the Sokovia Accords. Everybody got their nose up in Wakanda business. But nobody has answers on this? I don't even need like an official news report. Send a single TikTok star with a ship. How is nobody investigating this? What the fuck?
They really were all up in Wakanda's business. So guess what time it is? So over in the wrestling world, CM Punk has been fired. I used to have the soundbite, and I'm like, I don't want Vince coming for me. So basically, a statement from AEW and Tony Khan basically says the termination follows a week-long internal investigation of an incident occurring backstage at AEW All in London on Sunday, August 27th. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee met and later convened with outside legal counsel before making the unanimous recommendation to Khan that CM Punk must be terminated with cause. Khan offered the following statement. Phil played an important role within AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of the AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone. Of course, I wish I didn't have to share this news, which may come as a disappointment to many of our fans. Nevertheless, I am making the decision in the best interests of the many amazing people who make AEW possible every week. Our talent, staff, venue operators, and many others whose efforts are unsung but essential to bringing our fans great shows on television and arenas and stadiums throughout the world.
And AEW will be better for it.
I'm not going to lie to you. You know, at first when CM Punk was part of WWE, I figured it was just a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then this constant teasing and coming back and teasing and coming back and
just gets old.
It got old quick. And
so
then
he is not. I had this argument with other people today that were CM Punk fanatics, and you can't argue with believers, but I try anyway. When you're past a certain age and you can't perform like you used to, you don't draw anymore. And the problem with that was some people pull a Hulk Hogan and immediately get excited when you hear "I'm a real American," but I'm like, black people ain't like Hulk Hogan, so we found out Hulk Hogan was a little bit racist. I said, we ain't worked with him since. So it's like
just a little bit. That's all we needed. That little bit. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, but when CM Punk was having problems with every wrestling promotion he's been a part of, I mean, how many more chances are you gonna get? How many more chances are you gonna get to perform to you? Everybody realize you're a problem.
Yeah. It's like he gets things and then he doesn't like what he sees, so he becomes a brat.
Oh, I'm just glad Triple H's old promo's coming up, and it's even though it was a work, it was like it just rang true. He said, "You know what? You always love being a martyr as long as it benefits you, and yet you call me a hypocrite." I was like, that aged so well
for everything.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where you're just like, even I was saying, I'm like, all right, dude, enough's enough. Like, this is like, are you actually going to go out here and do something, or are you just causing discourse behind the scenes for the hell of it?
Well, real quick, the reason why is because one wrestler wanted to use actual glass for a spot. It was basically a car windshield. Usually they use plexiglass just because it breaks but doesn't break the skin. One wrestler actually wanted to use actual glass, which Punk was like, no, it's dangerous. I don't want to do it. Same wrestler goes on all out, taps the windshield and says, real glass, stop bitching about it. And apparently that's what set him off backstage, and that's when the whole melee started. Which I was like, so you got mad because old boy didn't call you out per se on pay-per-view, but you still wanted to beef with him backstage.
Right. That's what it is.
Messing with the church's money.
Messing with the church's money. So PS5, they got a rhino size file for this Spider-Man 2.
What that mean?
Means a lot.
We're talking 98 gigabytes of storage, of free storage. It requires that. Yeah.
They went Call of Duty and said, let's raise it up by a few notches.
Yeah. That's a lot of space.
This better be a 12-hour game. It better be 12 hours with extra download.
12-hour game.
DLC.
That's 1 day. It better be a 100-hour game.
Technically, it's rated between 48 to 50 hours.
That's a weekend. If you're playing it right.
I mean, that's what they said. That's what it said. Spider-Man 2's gameplay was going to be between the main game was going to be somewhere between 45 to 50 hours.
That's not a lot of gameplay.
About a hair's breadth longer than the original Spider-Man, I believe.
Sheesh. Man, that's not bad.
It ain't like God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok will have you sitting down for 2 weeks.
At least.
Listen, I still haven't finished it.
Exactly. See?
but no, I'm mom. I can't. Like, I can't.
Well, no, we get it. But we get what's going on. It's just like it takes time. I mean, hell, even the Arkham series on PS3 had some playability too. You know, you're just like, hey, you can beat the game,
but Riddler will still joke. Where Riddler will still be teasing you. You never got all my 99 trophies to fight me. All right, bet.
Red Dead Redemption,
another one.
It's another one. You know, it has a long play.
I still haven't finished that one. I haven't done that one myself.
I don't think you. It's one of those games you don't really finish.
No.
Exactly.
You know, you might finish this, but then you get another bounty, or you're going into town, or you're shooting coyotes in your farmland. You're doing something. You're running from bears and trying to hunt down a grizzly. You know, that's happened a couple times.
Yeah, but that's the argument for console disc not to go away. Because imagine if everything was digital and you had maybe 2 to 4 terabytes of storage, and a game like Spider-Man 2 comes around, and that's at least a good quarter of your storage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, that's when they start to market all these external drives again. Now, you want to get the PS5 with 100 RAM? Well, don't you want to get like spend an extra $80 on this terabyte or extra 3 or 4 terabytes that's available? I can't tell.
No, what they'll do is they'll market PlayStation brand stuff, because a lot of that's what you're saying. I agree with you saying. And then from a tech side, I'm like, look, USB, come on, old faithful. I still got 8 terabytes. Come on, old faithful. Don't do that wrong. You've helped.
I'm not gonna lie. I miss old games like where you just plug it in or you just play it and it's already ready. Yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm stuck in time. I'm sitting here searching for old Nintendo 64 games where I could just and it's good to go. I'm not up to date with any of this. I watch it, being played on YouTube, but I do not play it. I just don't got the patience. Like I just miss that plug and play. Like, you know what I mean? I'm old though, so
it's not even just it's not just that. It's just like right now, this whole thing about buying a game and there's no disc because you download. Like, no, wait. There's a reason why you give me this case. If there's a space for a disc that needs to go here. I don't want to buy a game for damn near $70 and you say, okay, now you got to download it. No, I want my game in my hand.
It's presentation, yeah.
And at the same time, they can take it away from you. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, marketing, all type of stuff. Yeah, that's I'm a video game person, like casual, but I'm not that deep into it. But just from seeing one way to what it is today, I'm definitely like, what is going on? Like, where's the game at? You got to buy storage to play the game. Like, what about if you love your other games? Now you got to delete a game to add another game. Like,
it's too much.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's too much.
That part, I love physical copies too.
Yeah. I'd rather if I'm getting all my hype up. To like, all right, Spider-Man 2 come out today. Boom, I'm going out.
I want the entire anguish of walking into a GameStop just to pick up the game and be annoyed by the upsell. I still want that.
Thank you. I was very happy to be there at time 0 for Tears of the Kingdom, just to be online. Now I wasn't online that long because I was not going to wait. I pre got mine, but still,
you can walk in and get it. You can walk in and get it, and they try to upsell you on Funko Pops that nobody wanted at the time.
Hey, it's the golden era. You gotta appreciate those times. That was also fun times, but we're no longer there. So make sure I get this Rhino size gig ready. This game, have fun, enjoy it. It's probably gonna take like an hour to download or more. I don't know.
That's the best.
That's crazy. That's the sad part about a lot of these games. That's why I don't try to do the well, let me not lie. There's some games I do wait till midnight to pick up. But yeah, when you look at it, 80 gigs, and it's like what was that one game everybody was crying about? No, it was Modern Warfare 3, where you had to download it, and then there was another 60 gig update at the day of the release.
That was probably Destiny, because I think I did something like that for that.
I smacked fire out somebody.
Yeah, Destiny had theirs too. I think theirs was 8 gigs. So it's like, I'm gonna play. No, you can't. You gotta wait. But listen to this opera music as you wait.
Okay. I'm just like, what is this? Why are we doing this? Like, I'm like, do I sound like the old crotchety man? No, I paid money. I want my stuff.
Yeah, no, nobody pays money to have to. When I go to buy a game, I want to play it then. Why isn't it's basically it's not done. y'all weren't finished when you put it out. So why did you even bother releasing it at that point?
It's
If
the
I had to
money.
do all this an extra step just to play the damn game, it clearly was not done, or you fucked up. And you realized it after you released it, and now you got to fix it.
Right.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
It's a money thing. They could put something out faster when you could fix it later. Think about it. When games had to be released at a certain date, a certain time, people's getting fired for not working fast enough to make sure the game was ready. How many people is working triple, double overtime just to make sure it's ready by this date, the marketing by this date. Like, I think once they realized, okay, we can just remotely fix all of our flaws. All right, get the base part of it done, put it out. All right, cool. Some things to tweak. We can update it, get everybody update. And that's what creates this new thing where we need Rhino size gigabytes and we can get games as fast as possible without as much effort. So it's really the companies when you look at it from like a marketing standpoint, like, why rush when I could fix it anytime I want?
I would rather, and that's another thing. There's games out here right now that they keep announcing, and we've seen the failures. There has been more failures in the past 2 years. And all the money's been either dumped in Ragnarok or Spider-Man, and it's just like, everything else crash and burn. Just get it out there, crash and burn. And we see it. It's like, dude, like you're really dumping all your coins into one basket just to make sure this flagship game gets over. Meanwhile, Nintendo say, "Hey, look, we got Tears of the Kingdom." Boom.
Oh, they were gonna rent. They weren't gonna rent. Can you imagine the unholy hell if you delivered a terrible? I tell you one Charles Barkley for terrible. Could you imagine if it was a terrible Zelda game that came out just good? And look, forget the U.S. Half of Japan would be like Godzilla showed up. That's how much destruction it would be over one game going bad. And
that part.
They would
underline.
They wouldn't hear there. They wouldn't heard the end of it. There's no way.
Nintendo.
Listen, we was good with them just pushing it back. Like, all right, we're gonna get a good game. All right, we're gonna get a good game. Just push it back. It's okay.
Case in point, Battlefield 3.
Here's another. Yep.
And
Cyberpunk 2077. That was crazy. You had Keanu Reeves out there
looking stupid,
pushing this thing.
Damn.
Keanu Reeves was like, "This is gonna be great."
I'm glad this didn't fall on his shoulders. I'm so glad this didn't.
He stopped talking about it so fast.
That thing had more updates than Windows.
Jesus.
That's about the best. I mean, I felt bad. For the developers. EA is like, we gotta push the next update out. Isn't that like the 9th one this week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad, so horrible.
Whoopsie.
Meanwhile,
giving Windows Vista.
That didn't last long. That was like
Vista was like a cocaine idea that went horribly.
Making cocaine idea.
I remember. That was when we went from the green background on the field to the the blue, shiny, colorful windows. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they like, all right, we're gonna go.
You look really young to be remembering things that are really old.
It's called melanin, lady.
I was outside.
Bro, you look like you in your 20s right now. Talk about you remember that, yo.
I'm 29. I'm 29.
This is gonna play games so good, and it fried every machine it was on.
Oh my god!
I remember Windows 97 clip art. I was there, like,
not like he was in the trenches.
You was down off the AOL. You still got your aim shit.
Yeah. And we had 16 fonts. Every time in school, I used the blue one with the little red outline and the white outline and that curve.
Oh my god! So, Starfield.
Yes.
This game hasn't even been released.
No, it's out if you have Xbox Series X and Game Pass.
If you got the Game Pass and you're paying like an extra $31, $31.50.
I'm gonna say this. I saw the IGN clip of them of this, I guess, somebody filled it up with a bunch of potatoes.
Yeah.
That shit looks real. That was real potatoes. I don't. This is the most random thing to put in a video game to test and make it look so good. I don't know why. I never thought I'd be saying I watched somebody put 20,000 potatoes in a cockpit, but here we are. It looks good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it does look good, but it's just like, yo, I've never seen people. They are clamoring for this game. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for Red Dead Redemption 3.
Guilty.
I'm just like,
it's in development, I think.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Starfield is Bethesda's next game because we're not going to get another. I'm just going to shut about that. I'm not going to get another Doom game, but no, Starfield does look good though. I was like, if you got, like I said, you got Xbox Series X or S and you have Game Pass, you can play it right now. But everybody else is on the waiting list. So
he said, what all Nerd Entertainment says. Now, LimeWire did not hurt anyone, but got others hurt once the family computer died. This is true.
They said they turned off that antivirus. The antivirus got turned off. I'm gonna get this flow rider.
Like I just need the right link. I just need the right link.
And sometimes you'll be on LimeWire trying to look for a song, and it was a Soulja Boy song, and if you'll be on Napster, same thing come up.
Yeah.
Hey, it was trying to be alive, man.
He said Frostwire. Damn, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I used to get all my crack software from there. I used to get all my software from Frostwire.
Like the little programs where they had like little EDM music playing in the background. You try to get the key gen,
Wow. I missed out on that one. That would have been.
Thank you. I'm about to say I never heard of that one.
I thought I was going to hack
the Keygens had all house music on it, so and you couldn't turn down the sound. So if you really wanted something bad enough, you had to follow the instructions for 10 minutes, listen to house music.
Bruh, them joints had you feel like you was about to hack like the U.S. government files or something. Copy and pasted, bunch of words come up.
Look, the way Baldur's Gate has been going right now, I'm calling it striking vipers. If you've seen Black Mirror, you know what I'm talking about. I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, wait, what happened again? Mm-hmm. Hold on, what are y'all doing?
Baldur's Gate is something else, though.
Oh my God.
It is fun. Baldur's Gate 3 is fun to play, but thankfully the patch has been fixed, so you don't get the bear humping thing anymore. You don't get the animal humping thing anymore. As Will point that out. Will still point that out. That was broke for a little while, but they patched that thing up so quick.
Somebody snuck that in. You know they snuck that in. You know they snuck that in. Yeah, they snuck that in.
There goes your Easter egg.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Oh my God. But yeah, that's just some of the news. That's just some of the news we've got in here for today. So we have been witness to a lot of anime adaptations, right? Mm-hmm. Not all of them good.
Death Note.
Most of them not good. That's the correction.
Most of them not good. Correct.
Bleach, Death Note,
Evolutions,
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Full Metal Alchemist is pretty bad.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. It's funny you say that. Bleach had some potential. Death Note, was another one.
Jesus, my God.
Attack on Titan. That was another.
That didn't really do well.
Hell, even one of my favorite animes, Wicked City.
Oh,
Wicked City. I love Wicked City, but when I seen that live action version, I'm just like, this ain't got no business. This ain't got no business.
Really well.
What happened?
Bring that one up.
What happened?
Don't play coy, sir. You posted. I can see it. Dragon Ball Evolution, really? We don't. That's the one Dragon Ball movie nobody acknowledges.
That's right.
We don't do that here.
It's just a Dragon Ball of all the movies. Of all the movies you gotta mention. You could have said Super Mario.
Especially that one.
You could have said Super Mario Brothers. You could have said Tekken. You could have said Dead or Alive. You went straight to the ender.
Because he wanted to make sure there was no argument. He said, "I win."
You know what? That was a question. Who would think Dragon Ball Evolution was a good movie?
Oh,
anyone.
No, there is no one.
Someone.
Now you want? I'm gonna look on IDB because I feel like IDB could tell us because there's at least one person, but I can't understand why.
I'm sorry. Who sat there and saw Dragon Ball Evolution was like, this is exactly what the anime was? Really? Goku?
If you like it, that means you didn't watch the anime.
That's a fact.
That's it. You just didn't watch the anime.
It's horrible. I mean, it's
horrible.
Yeah. You watched it. Oh, okay. I don't know about the anime. I can watch this. And that's I'm assuming. No, actually, I know that's your situation. There's no way.
You know what? I think all right, what are your quintessential things that would make an anime good or better? Like, is it just sticking to the story? Is it the visuals? Is it the actors acting? Like, what is it that brings everything together for y'all? Because I know we could all sit here and trash Airbender and all of them for days, for weeks. But what? And I'm not bringing up One Piece yet because I want y'all to think outside the damn box because it's not just One Piece.
But I feel that's coming. I feel that's coming because that's in the chamber for you, Kira.
Go for it.
No, I'm just saying it's all the above. I mean, there are easier ways. Like, yes, it is source material. Yes, it is the acting. But the biggest thing is when you're doing live action, there are some things that have to translate either altered or directly from the series. That's the problem. Full Metal had this problem because, yes, you're doing alchemy, but the way they did it, it was like he was doing Harry Potter. I mean, that's the way it's like.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
I mean, everybody's in Full Metal and going, is this Harry Potter just in Germany? That's what they were getting at. So, it didn't take over. Bleach the same way. There's some things that will not translate very well from the animated world unless you do some tweaks for it to be in live action. So that's part of it. But yeah, sticking to the source material, that's another thing.
I think that's why Alita Battle Angel is a good example of something that's just good. It's good. Mm-hmm. It played well, but it wasn't horrible.
Right.
Because it wasn't horrible because they had the CGI, they had the tech.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked in that maybe not in the story, but in that aspect of using their CGI, at least it looked good.
Oh,
but I will say
Avatar though. The same thing we said for Avatar.
Yeah.
That's making a good look. I'm sorry, y'all are never gonna get me to get online with this.
Wait, you talking about the blue people?
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Oh, I've never watched.
The last Airbender. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, it wasn't that good looking.
Honestly, I think Last Airbender was a fever dream. I'm not gonna lie. When I had the face I had that entire movie. Sam couldn't have said it. Yeah. Like I couldn't help it.
That
I'm just
is
like,
such
even Mike said it. It was I did not appreciate what they did, and I'm just like, what are we doing again? Me and my son are looking at this. It's like, did they just try to force a whole arc in one film?
But no. Sometimes you get movies that are so bad that you still have to watch them though, like Street Fighter.
Oh
no, not well.
And there's only one.
Wait. You talking about John Claude?
I mean, we're not gonna take Annihilation in. If you're gonna say Street Fighter.
Yeah, because there's some movies that are so bad you gotta watch Annihilation. I'll give you Annihilation because I'll agree with you on that. Because Street Fighter the same way. Raw Julia was probably the most comical in-bison we will ever see.
And I'm thank God it was. I mean, and that was what the saving grace. The fact that Ming Na Wei was in this as Chun-Li, and I'm like, how did you waste Ming Na Wei? Like how? I'm like,
I mean, you turned E Honda into like the guy, and E Honda was basically Ned if Ned never got the chair.
He was Ned.
He was Ned.
He was Ned. He was the guy in the chair.
You made a sumo wrestling champion the guy in the chair, and DJ looked out of place.
Jesus. Double Dragon, yeah, Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Double Dragon,
Wow.
I can still watch
And
that.
this was when Mark Dacascos was like really popping, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what we get. Like,
And what's his face from Party of Five? Scott Wolf was hot because Fox was on their dramas back then.
Look, that had no business happening, none.
To watch T-1000 play a bad guy.
Jesus.
With the blonde hair.
So talk about a stretch. You know, it was just crazy. You like this movie here, Dragon Ball Evolution, was they had everything in it, like they said, everything in it but the source material. It was just
good and terrible.
And then you had the nerve to have Chow Yun Fat in it. Oh, that'll draw the people. Chow Yun Fat.
Check's a check, baby. Knowing what we know now, especially with the cash, a check is a check.
A check is a check.
Check is a check.
Look, you didn't see how much they paid me to play Yoshi, to play Roshi. It's like, look, they paid me this much.
I was looking for all levels of craziness, and I'm like, nothing's grabbing me. Nothing is grabbing me from this movie at all.
But Dragon Ball is always going to be one of those challenge movies because when you look at the action, you look at how they're doing the scenes, and you'll get close. Not as close as to what we want it to be anime-wise, but say like you took the fight choreography from like Killzone or House of Flying Daggers or that type of thing. If you took that type of fight choreography and tried to play it in Dragon Ball, you get something similar, but you're not going to get exactly what you want. And at the same time,
you're right.
So what?
Edgar Wright. Someone just needs to throw a big ass bag at Edgar Wright. Because Scott Pilgrim's fight scenes
was awesome.
Perfect. Perfect example. It was just like it's just enough campy, it's just enough cartoony and video gamey, but it sticks with the source material.
Yeah.
To this day, watching him, is Scott home? No, he just stepped out. That whole scene cracks me up every time because I'm like, that's a hell of a
that's a full commitment to do a full-on stage dive out the window.
Dump truck.
Hold on. Oh no, he just stepped out. You know, it's funny, you know, and it's just campy enough. Even to fight all the exes, which is still funny. I'm like, yo, my guy fought Captain America and Superman.
Chris Evans had proved you got enough crappy roles, you can still come out smelling like a rose. There was life after Fantastic Four. We just didn't know it involved a shield.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he was a great Johnny Storm. So I mean, you know, then you have movies like Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh.
Speaking of crappy roles and still coming out on top.
How it vexes it dulls the senses.
I think the general public have never heard of that, so they got away with it for that one.
Not from the anime weaves.
The anime.
We was like, hold on, none of this works.
Right. You had Major played by a Napkin American, and you had multiple actresses out there. That's all I'm saying.
Bad.
I know, no disrespect to Miss Johansson, but there was choices. There was plenty of choices.
You had to pick.
And all she did was audition. I mean,
you chose wrong, Bob.
I was gonna go straight to Raiders of the Lost Ark. You have chosen poorly.
I can play.
Last week. Last week. I'm sorry, I called Raiders of the Lost Ark. My bad.
Yeah.
Last Ark was don't look at the box.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, Marion.
Close your eyes.
But my Führer, they said do not open the box. Do I look like I take direction? Open the box.
Even as a kid, I was just like, well, Karma's about to get his ass. I'm just
I just kidding now. Ghost in the Shell could have been way better, but like I said, Gassy made that terrible. What was another adaptation that came out not too long ago that was also good and terrible?
Cowboy Bebop.
Hey.
You know,
that wasn't bad. Wait. I'm not saying it was bad.
I'm sorry.
This was actually the best representation of those characters. I don't see where it went wrong. I don't know if it was the storyline got dull or something. I'm not sure. Cowboy Bebop was perfect.
Yeah,
as far as cast.
I did dig it, especially with old boy playing Jet. I mean, he had Jet down to a T.
Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa. I can never say his last name, but yeah, he had Jet down to a T.
He was kicking Luke Cage's ass. I know that. I'm like, damn, Luke. I think you might have met your match.
It's like Bushwhacker. The name's Bushwhacker. I said, really? Serpent Society?
I'll go watch that again. That was actually a good season too. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop. I don't know where it went wrong. It had the intro down. It had the look like John. It was so. I'm like, oh, you got John Cho. He looks perfect. He's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mustafa Kafir as Jet was perfect. I don't know.
The casting wasn't the problem. I think maybe it was too campy.
But it was
a little bit too campy.
It's
not that you can be like Cowboy Bebop has its funny moments, but it's not like scene after scene after scene of camp. Like there's certain episodes where you're like, oh shit, it's about to be known. I hope he can catch this, or I hope he can stop this, or whatever. The beef. What is it? The beef and the one where they're doing the beef and broccoli.
Yeah.
Like that is a serious. Somebody got to die.
Well, we haven't peppers and beef, but there's only peppers. There's peppers and beef. No, Jet. I only see peppers. Where's the beef, Jet?
There's no beef.
But no, I chalked it up to, I think it was episode 8. They changed it, they tweaked it, because a certain part in the story, the love interest kills Merciless, and she wasn't supposed to. And I think a lot of people kind of took a lot of beef with that. But I'm like, well, Cowboy Bebop was kind of a one-shot run, so if you were expecting 3 seasons,
it really was. Yeah, it really was. I mean, one shot for one shot. That's
Ronan Kenshin.
Yeah, that's another one. That one I heard about it.
That was fire. I forgot all about that one. Yeah, that's a good one. That they actually took their time on and really wanted to do the later part, Ronan Kenshin. That was good. I can't argue that. Yeah, that was very well done.
So we have One Piece, which premiered last week. It beat out Wednesday. It beat out Stranger Things for popularity. Ichiro Oda, he was the consultant on it. The showrunner was actually was the showrunner on Luke Cage, and he's a huge fan. So I think these are one of these. Here's a formula that you have where you have one of the longest running mangas and animes out there. So you have plenty of source material to pull from. The thing was that people were concerned. How can you tell a story arc?
That part.
Yeah.
Like, how could you pull it off? And honestly, they did. They did it just enough where they were like, okay, like there was just enough going on where you're just like, okay, side quest. Okay. For some reason, there is a slew of women who are loving Captain Buggy right now. Jeff Ward's Captain Buggy.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that was Jeff Ward. If you don't know who Jeff Ward is, if you've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he was actually Agent Elizabeth Henstridge, and I can't remember the other actor, the two British, or the British and the, what was he, Irish?
Yeah.
That was their kid in the future, or no, their grandson. Yeah, in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he was like in the last 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he was just like, Fitz and Simmons. That's what the name, Agent Fitz and Simmons. That was their grandson in the future.
But it was well done, though. I mean, they told just enough of the East Blue, but I love the way how they blended everybody's backstories in. You basically took each episode. You took maybe 10 minutes of backstory, and you made it relevant. That was beautiful. I mean, that's hard to do. Number one, especially in the anime world, because let's be honest, almost every time you see something about to happen, the next episode's a backstory. It's going to take about 5 episodes to finish.
Yeah,
they did it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So again, that's well done. I can't be mad about that.
Here's the funny thing. This is what I found funny. I've seen more women fawn over Captain Buggy than I did. I would have thought they would have fell head over heels for Zoro. I'm like, Captain
he
Buggy?
all right.
I had my money on Sanji.
Now I'm gonna look this up.
Girl, be prepared to be underwhelmed.
I was just like, I'm a very straight heterosexual man, and I'm just like, really, y'all into Captain Buggy over Zoro?
You know, there was some girlfriends that had to sit there and watch with their boyfriends on Netflix and was like, Buggy can get it. Like, wait a minute, the clown.
The clown. He said the clown. He says a squad full of sixes. Hey, I'm just waiting for Zoro to lose direction. That's all I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting for it to lose direction.
Very underwhelmed. I don't understand that one.
Like I said,
I was thrown. I'm like, are we?
Where are you getting your facts from, sir? Who are these women? These people that like
these women have popped up
clown.
on. They have popped up on TikTok. They have popped up on some Instagram feeds, and I'm just like, I've seen at least 3 or 4 times.
Wait.
And I'm like, I thought it was a joke.
Wait, no. Who is the they? Because it ain't us. I can't. I refuse.
I'm not saying it's y'all, but I'm just not gonna be surprised.
Don't say it's us.
I didn't say us. I didn't say us. I didn't say y'all. We did not say y'all. We just sat there and said there are some who have a thing for class.
I said
and it's not Pennywise.
Clarification. I'm sorry. That was giving.
You might as well like Killer Constant's face. Like, what the fuck? Come on now.
And then somebody says Zoro's first time on screen, and what he's gonna do, he kills a black guy. And I'm like, come on.
That was kind of
that's not fair. That's not fair. That's a fair assumption. That's
I got a question because I didn't see it yet. I've been tied up. I was doing a couple of stuff. How far? I know you said it's an arc, but like, what episode would you say they kind of wrapped it up? If you can equate it to
the Fish Pirates, the Fish Pirates.
So like, what number?
70. It would be near the end of the East Blue arc, so you're probably somewhere between 47 and maybe 52.
Mm-hmm.
They talk at the very last scene. They talk about
going to the Grand Line.
Or just seeing the river, seeing on the map a river that goes up the mountain.
So
they're talking about it. Yeah.
Yes, they haven't got to the reverse mountain yet.
Oh, okay. So they didn't get to like year 2 or anything yet? Because I'm sure.
Listen, look, I gotta watch it to see if it's bad.
Netflix paid $126 million to make the show.
Mm-hmm. Whose mother did what with what money? What?
But it's gonna pay off though.
But it's paid off. It's taking the top spot in Netflix charts in 84 countries. Meanwhile, came in at number 1 in 83 countries on their debut weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be mean? Can I be mean?
You're gonna do it anyway.
Anyway, go for it.
How many subscribers they lost? How hard is that number 1? Yeah, how hard is that number 1?
First quarter,
they ain't coming back. They're gonna pirate the hell out of that goddamn movie as
no pun intended.
Pirate's gonna pirate.
I was surprised at Usopp. I'm glad they didn't play him completely coward.
They made him more likable in the live action in the anime. They actually made him more likable. I'll give him that.
Right.
Because at first I wasn't, Usopp was like, really, bro, you don't really fight. You're more like a run, hide character. And then you come after, then you afterwards like, okay, we did it now, bro. You got like 1 kill and 6 deaths. You didn't do shit.
Right, right. Mm-hmm. I think this is another thing that I loved about it. It's very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very diverse. From Usopp to Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, Nami. I'm like, oh, y'all really Nami's adopted sister.
Nami's sister.
Nami's sister was
she pretty.
Yeah, she was pretty. With the accent, and I'm like, oh, y'all did that, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, though.
So I was really impressed by that. I'm like, oh, y'all did that. I like what you did here. This makes perfect sense. Usopp's dad. I'm like, that's that dude. He is that dude. That was a nice scene.
Yeah,
that was.
And not just as a fan, but I was like, okay, I'm really impressed.
Yeah,
You guys really managed, because that was my biggest worry. How do you take a very dense story and tell it in 8 episodes?
mm-hmm.
And I see how y'all managed to do it. You didn't spend a lot of time on backstory. You told it just enough, and you tweaked some things to make them meld together a lot better.
Yeah,
And it also helps that they skipped. Well, I'm kind of mad because they did spoil a lot of stuff for me. I didn't show up to be spoiled, but whatever. I appreciate the fact that they have something for you to kind of latch onto to carry you into the next season, or and beyond whatever the next season, and make you go watch the filler, I guess, episodes.
Netflix accounting is looking at this like, how many episodes they got?
Enough.
You can see them on the bed like, how many seasons this they got? Because we just paid $126 for 8, and they got 1,000 plus. Look, Stranger Things might be his final season. I'm sorry, we can't afford this and then.
No, baby.
They are already talking about for Stranger Things. They're like, this is the rumor. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to de-age them, use some de-aging. I'm like, you think?
All that time between. Look, kids grow up.
11 is like 19 or 20 right now. I'm like,
one of them is probably about to get married somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I'm like,
soon.
I'm like, I'm not the way to love Stranger Things. Like, bruh, wrap it up. I mean, Stranger Things gonna be having the next generation.
Stranger Things, the next generation. Don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas. Don't Stranger Things, the next generation.
I mean, they did have a little sister in the mix. Yeah.
Yeah, the 90s is almost 30 years away itself. In the next couple of years, they could do it.
Oh God, bite your tongue, woman.
Oh,
that's a show. It's a show.
Wait.
It's a show that had, and it does. It has Stranger Things has a crap ton of potential, and it's not its fault that it came out like it did. It was, you had the pandemic that happened, and then just when the pandemic was done, you got the show coming back in play, and now the strike. So it's like, damn, it's not their fault. It's just like, damn, we are getting dealt a bad hand right now.
But at least they protected it. They didn't do it. They didn't give it a loss feel. I mean, they protected Stranger Things like it was the Vault and DuckTales.
Like, all I remember I seen them, and it was right before the pandemic happened. They were script reads. They were doing reads, and I'm like, all right, we get started, and then boom, world shut down. What?
Yep.
I can't do anything.
Still. Dang, Stranger Things should follow something.
Oh my God. So I don't know. So do you think that the curse has been lifted?
Y'all gotta relax.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like Cowboy Bebop was good. One Piece is good.
The curse is still heavily applied.
Is it still out for discussion?
It's got to be a rule of 3. Yeah. We need 3 good ones before we consider it's lifted.
I agree. The new Avatar land. The new Avatar got to land. Then we can revisit this conversation.
Which one? Because there's 2.
The one we're actually waiting for is going to be good. Hopefully.
And we hope that's going to be good.
I need my Uncle Iroh to be different. That's all I'm saying.
I need my Sokka to be different, because that Sokka that was in the live action, shit. Nah, you can laugh all you want. We fighting on that one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God.
No.
Cowboy Bebop. My family,
Kevin over at KDS is pushing
about family.
He is
pushing
about Kevin.
Oh my god.
No, put Vin Diesel in One Piece. That is exactly where he belongs.
We already have it.
Oh yeah.
There's. Oh, you
Oh,
shut
yeah.
up. I was gonna say his name, and everyone shut up. You ain't got that far.
Wait, with
Chris
Chris
knows exactly which Marine captain looks like Vin Diesel. I was about to say his name.
Oh shit!
I was about to say his name because Kira hasn't gotten that far.
But he ain't got the acting chops.
But he's got the gravel voice, and he acts exactly like him.
God damn it!
We don't know Vin Diesel.
Like y'all are spoiling something from me. Y'all might as well go ahead.
You're not talking Smoker, are you?
No, not Smoker.
No,
Smoker would be way too easy. No, not him.
Like I'm like Smoker would have a gravelly voice. Man, just smoke cigars.
It's not, but it's not that gravelly. Like,
No,
it's
there's
not
another
that
one.
bad.
I want to encourage your journey. I want you to join us.
Listen, look, don't make it
It's
harder
a
for me
fun
by-
ride.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's fine. It's fine.
Yo,
It's
your
fine.
eye just twitched badly.
Right. Ooh, don't ever play poker, Kira, because you just told on yourself. It's fine. It's fine. Just no, that eye was twitching.
And that was the tale.
What you got, Kira? I don't got anything. I said, okay. Fold. I twitch. Fold.
Come on, man.
No,
Where's
Will
Vin
the
Diesel is the action man's Daniel
Will
Day-Lewis.
Wow.
Dropping different names for Stranger Things like it's SBU and Law and Order and shit. Like he's been doing it.
Just wow.
It's too
Also,
much.
we don't know he doesn't have the acting chops. Because think about this. Think about this.
Who are you talking about, sir?
Did you or did you not tear up when Vin Diesel said, "I love you guys"?
No.
You did. You're a liar.
No.
Okay. Ozzy, did you watch Volume 3 of Guardians?
Nope.
Okay, he
But
didn't see
Will,
it.
you know that is not.
He doesn't know the
why we
impact.
teared up, okay, that's not the reason why we teared up. So stop it.
Right.
You better stop that whole mess. You trying to get a boy? Go on. Go to bed. You need a timeout. You trying to milk something? You trying to do something that ain't even there?
My man delivered gravitas.
Now, okay, so Ozzy, you're watching the anime because you haven't seen the live action, right? Okay, where are you at on the anime?
I gotta go on the website and see where I last clicked. I think I'm like 200.
Okay, so you're like in the early. You probably
Sky Island.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sky. Yeah, Sky Island. Yeah, that's the Fish Pirates. Sky Island.
Yeah. That's what I'm at.
So that's
I got a lot of catching up to do. So I'm gonna.
Take your time. It's 1074. Take your time. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
I'm barely at 70. I'm barely at 70. I've had to go back and watch like the last 3 episodes like 4 times. It's hard. Like I can't.
You know what makes it hard? Because back in the day, the episodes were designed to be dropped on weekends, so there's a lot of extra filler. But nowadays, we're so used to things just kind of being like
there.
So it don't really.
We need it.
Yeah. So it's you got to keep that in mind. Like you got to treat it like it was like a Saturday, like whenever it dropped. You know what I mean? On Toonami or something.
Yeah.
Look, real talk. They still have yet to introduce Robin, Frankie, Chopper, Jim Bai. So Brooke. They
didn't introduce Law. They haven't introduced
Law. They haven't introduced Law. So there's still a crew out there. Mm-hmm. I think more people are more concerned about Chopper
because Chopper's lovable and
Chopper
dangerous.
Is lovable
and slightly dangerous.
Wait, you don't know? Wait,
all I know, only person I recognize as Chopper is from Making the Band. That's all I know. Star Wars. What? Wow. I'm thinking humans. No, I'm thinking humans. I'm not thinking like Chop. No, Chop.
No,
stop it.
I was gonna ask so many questions.
Jesus.
A-B-A-N-D. Wow. Wow. Let them fight. Let them. Wow.
Oh my God.
Fight. That was great TV.
Yeah. Jesus. I'll never forget. I'll never forget that damn cheesecake episode. What the fuck?
That was petty.
Well,
I want y'all to walk down there.
Long walk, man.
I'm sitting up there.
Y'all.
I'm like, y'all good one. I'll just be going home. I'm like,
LA made me walk away to Manhattan for coffee. I'm just asking y'all to give me cheesecake. I'm like, I ain't from New York, but that looks like that's more than a few miles, and you're telling them to walk.
It is. It's more than a few.
He straight was pledging them and hazing them on live TV.
I've been like, nah, bro, no
bad. Treating them like bitch on live TV.
Yeah, ain't no bad worse than cheesecake. That cheesecake better give me life.
Right, spit hot fire.
She forgot 2 more Dylans. 2 more.
There's more.
No, there's
like 2 more Dylans.
Thailand.
You know what? Ness does sell cheesecake now. He does.
He don't capitalize on.
He's like the only one. He's like
what?
Yeah,
he does.
He does. He sells cheesecake
cheesecake now.
Yeah,
it's not as good as Junior's though. That's why I had to go all the way. It's not. I'm sorry.
Junior's so overrated now. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong, but it's still good.
Diddy's ego is out of control.
Yeah, it was. Still is.
I like when he made them go across town for Kimonian breast milk. And he just kept
oh my god! When Chappelle did
I'm glad that you said I like when Diddy did it, as if Diddy did it.
Yeah.
And he had the milk. I think the milk mustache short.
That part just wow.
No,
I feel like I want to watch that episode tonight. I feel like I want to have that episode rock me to sleep.
When Chappelle does that and he gets the bottle of milk and he drinks it and it's dripping on his face, he was like, that's real Cambodian breast milk right here. Like, dude, what?
I'm about to say, dang, that's gonna be up there. Best Chappelle skits, but damn, I'm stuck between the World Series of Dice and Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. Those are the unbeatable ones for me.
Nah, man, Charlie's stories is tops. Yeah,
Those were
I'm sorry.
In the bad. And here's the crazy thing:
couch.
Prince co-signed it. He was like, "Yeah, it was."
That was the crazy part. Did you really?
Like, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying about the Rick James. He wasn't lying about Prince. I was just like,
he ain't had nothing to lose. What was he gonna lie for?
I'm mad they played basketball and they had him like this.
Right.
Paused. He just paused in midair.
I would have told that story too. Prince crossed me up. This man played Purple Rain and then he shot a jumper on me.
And that's when everybody found out, like, yeah, Prince really did play ball in high school.
That's crazy.
I'm like, oh wait, he's not lying. He's like, no, I played ball. And 2, yeah, I did offer them pancakes.
I'm just in there, between him and Rick James, it's just I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I can't
do that pretty well.
I can't do it straight face.
Prince giving you buckets is nasty. Work.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that? It's crazy.
How did we get here?
Like dropping buckets.
Let's be honest. If it's Chappelle, you will wind up somewhere with Chappelle. It just depends on where you land up.
It's how you tell the story.
This the whole time,
and he's probably one of our greatest storytellers.
Just the whole the real world, son. Just you stabbed my dad. No, I did not. Yes, you did. Correction.
Go in there and make me a banana cognac. Tron is living for the city. I'll just say.
Charlie Murphy's just delivery always kills me.
The shut up. We trying to make love over here.
Yeah. But Lysol, you slept with my girlfriend. Correction. I did not have sex with Katie. Yes, you did, Lysol. Correction. I did have sex with Katie.
so bad. Oh my god. Chappelle will always be that. 3 seasons. Was it 3 seasons? Yeah, those 3 to the
Yeah.
4th. We don't count the 4th season.
No, that 4th season was
didn't
not
happen.
Yeah, that 4th season. That they used skits that he did that he just like put those on the cutting room floor and lit Charlie and Ashley Larry host and figured this. I'm like, why y'all do that? Like,
oh damn, I forgot about Player Haters Ball.
it's all the time haters,
Woo!
Play haters ball and the time
Haters
haters.
Ball, well, Ice-T just came out.
Hate.
Next person got something to say. Getting shot.
It's the outtakes for me though. Watch the outtakes.
Oh, when they roasted each other? That was between him, Patrice O'Neal, and Donnell Rollins are all roasting each other.
I'm sorry. It's just the when they're doing like the flash fire roast of the pictures.
Yeah.
And they show Rosie O'Donnell and Dave says she looks like she wears the underwear with the pee hole in them. And I'm like, what?
It looks like Boy George.
It was too much. It was too much. It was way too much. Yeah, I was like, I lost it after that.
But yeah, One Piece is
Yeah.
Kira tried.
Yeah,
He's trying to bring it around.
The live action.
We say all of that because
not breaking no.
as we say all that because Dave Chappelle brings people together like One Piece is about family. There it is.
And we brought it right back to Vin Diesel. Somehow it's about family.
It's somehow family. Like we take the wild way around, but we get to where we're going.
Just wrench the wheel back.
Yeah, there you go. Here it is. So no, but seriously, I don't want to say the curse is broken. But they are definitely headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, Cowboy Bebop was a good representation of that, and people were like, "Oh, it's just get a second season." Like hell, the original didn't get more than a second season,
Yeah.
so I wasn't too disappointed. I'm like, yeah, you kind of get a one shot on this. It's just what it is. To do anything else would be kind of a disservice,
right?
So doing One Piece like this and seeing 8 episodes, that's what I was. That and the 8 episodes and seeing how they were going to tell that story, or at least an arc in 8 episodes. And they managed to do.
Do you think that it would have? Do you think what would have suffered if they actually told 10? Because there's no way they could keep that budget and keep the level of.
Then that quality
would have went. Yeah, I would have said the quality because, mind you, like if you look at shows like when they had the Marvels, when they had Daredevil and Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all those shows went like 13 episodes.
Right.
So you figure somewhere along like episode 8 or 9, there was like this drag.
Yeah.
And then like you had to it was like some filler episodes that was in there that you like, all right, let's get back to it. And then by the time episode 10 and 11 pop up, you're back in it. So I think what Netflix is doing is like they're trying to find their stride in this realm, and I think 8 was probably like, let's tell this in 8. And I mean, they managed to cut out, like, look at Harry Potter. When we look at Harry Potter, there's side stories in Harry Potter that, you can touch on, but weren't necessary to the full storyline.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to do this for One Piece, you realize like, okay, you don't spend so much time with the chefs. You spend just enough time.
Yeah.
The whole Arlong, are you just like, let's get it in, let's take care of it, let's bring Captain Buggy in, let's take care of it. You get their backstories quick.
Can we talk about Arlong and that whole situation that they were implying with Arlong?
It was giving Killmonger.
The Killmonger vibe, I'm guessing you're referring to here.
I don't want to say it was Killmonger because I felt like there were a couple of notes with Arlong where I was like, are you a freedom fighter or a 5%er? Which one is it?
Are you like on the line? It's like, are you on the line?
Like,
yeah.
I feel like something. your women would not be taking any kind of affront. Yeah, no, you weird, bro. You a little bit weird. I see. I'm with you on a lot of things, but you hitting certain notes that's giving.
He was right up there to the Kool-Aid. It's like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He had wait, they had you at the sale, and then they say all you need to do is put down. No, I ain't putting down.
No. Where's my free?
I just want the free watching the television. That's all I'm here for.
That's what I'm here for. What's all this extra shit? I don't need all of that.
Like, yeah, down here in Sarasota, Florida. No, I'm good. Thank you very much. I don't need a timeshare.
I just came for the free air fryer. That's all I came for. You said free air fryer. I see
the free air fryer that Ozzy the Virus is providing.
There you go. I'm here for that.
You said you was going to give me a PS5. Wait, what happened?
You said Ozzy the Virus had done some customized air fryers. I see him over on that table. I've listened to your speech. Now, can I pick mine up and go? I have no interest in this timeshare, but I love one of those air fryers. If you don't mind.
That was Arlong. He was just like, I just want the air fryer, my guy. That was it. You almost had me. I admit, you almost had me.
You almost had me thinking
you just couldn't get that selling point right. That's all it was.
You had me thinking Fishman were oppressed, but then I remembered Shark Week.
Lord. So, but yeah, I think like, so she said, honestly, says, do you think they can walk away from this and leave it here at 8 episodes? As far as like it's a single season, probably not.
It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. We cannot leave it. It is a cult.
They shouldn't.
They will never.
You join. You're now a part of it though, because you started watching.
I feel like your voice can play backwards on a final album. Just a cult. Or Vyrus voice and just put a.
It is a cult.
It's only a cult when people get hurt.
Right. We got jackets. We got cookies. We don't hurt nobody.
They said what? Stop my head.
Why they giving us 4 heads?
I'm sorry. What? I can't hear you. I can't hear you that well. I'm so sorry. What?
Well, you are the letter assassin. You're not the cinematic assassin. You're the letter assassin.
The letter assassin. Jesus.
But honestly,
you be coming up with, and you just chill fuck with it.
Yeah, no, straight face the whole time. Serial killer. He's a serial killer.
Right, no, he said anything until you just
look down and read. That's the most emotion that I've gotten so far tonight. The eyebrows is all the way up.
Oh, I missed that. What did you say?
I've been Steph Curry from the corner this entire time.
Serial killer.
I just haven't been noticed.
So here's the thing.
I'm learning from Ozzy to try and sit back and be cool, but I gotta be a serial killer. Wow.
I'm having firing shots, sir.
We can honestly agree that Cowboy Bebop was pretty much a success. It's one season, so was the anime. One season.
Yeah.
You didn't. That's it. You know, you kind of let it. The original left us hanging, so why not? It looked good. Your casting was there. Was it some lag in the storyline? Yeah, of course. Now in One Piece, you get 8 episodes. You get just enough backstory, you get just enough storyline, you get diverse cast. Now we're waiting on Avatar. Can they stick the landing is the question.
As long as the M. Night Shyamalan's not behind it.
I mean, let's pretend the strike isn't a factor.
Okay.
Can they stick that landing? Because here in most mangas and most animes, they're long form storytelling. We know that. Like I've seen movies that's done over here that could have been great representations of Dragon Ball Evolution. I've seen older films from overseas that had much better fight scenes than Dragon Ball Evolution. So the question is, like, where do you need the person who's dedicated to the storyline, right? In this case, you had the creator on board. You had a huge fan on board. It can't go wrong. But it shouldn't.
but you sat there and said that the two elements are right there that's needed besides care. You had one guy who was very passionate, proved himself, and sat there and told said creator, said, "Look, if you put this in my hands, I will give it all the love and attention that it deserves." At the same time, like you said, you have the creator right there giving his okay on everything. So if you have those two things right there, then yeah, you got a 90% chance the show's going to make it.
Yeah.
And very little to no executive interference. I think
That's
that
it.
is more
That's
important than
always a
anything.
plus. I've
Yeah.
always believed that. Like sometimes, unless you're an executive who has a passion for whatever that project is, because you know it, which is very fucking rare.
Yeah.
That is a very, all they're looking about is that dollar sign. That is a very rare situation where they care about the source material.
First 10 years at Marvel. That's the first 10 years.
Yeah. Like you know the source material, you got your people looking into it, they're reading about it, they're you know, certain things has to change. That's fine. I understand that, but at least you have the source material to work with.
Yeah.
You know, and this was one of those things. One Piece, there were certain things that you changed, but it worked for the story going forward, moving it forward. You didn't spend too much time here. You got right to it. It was campy, it was exciting, it was funny. There were just certain things I was looking for to say, like, how are they going to pull this off?
And also, it kind of goes back to the mix too, because we are dealing with a generation that has a shorter attention span than previous generations have. So your balance of action and story and engagement still has to be just enough for the average viewer not to sit there and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to what I was watching." So there's that too. So I mean, for One Piece, for what they did for 8 episodes, they did it right to the point to where it's like, okay, it's almost like a testing gauge. It's like, okay, do we stick with the 8 episode format, or do we kind of chance it out and just go the full 10 and see how it works, or do we need to stick with 8? Because for a lot of animes, you want live action to direct people who's never seen the anime to go watch it.
Or does it adopt the same format that the anime has? They don't have set numbers for each of their chapters or their seasons.
Yeah,
which
could work too.
Like one might have 26, the other one might have 52. You know, so I mean, we're not saying a 52 episode season, but I mean, it could be like 8
some
episodes.
of your brethren are.
Yeah. Netflix be sitting there saying, "Do we look like we got One Piece money?" Netflix at the season 3 be like, "Do we got One Piece money?"
Oh, I guarantee you. Let's just say I'm pretty sure they'd give us a season 2. I'm pretty sure that it's a wildfire right now. But we know that the Netflix model generally won't go past 3 seasons, and if it does, they're squeezing the last little bit, and that's where it kind of falls apart. Look at that. Not only that, but look at the time frame in which they release these said popular shows. You know,
but you're right about 3, because you'll never see an Extraction 3. You'll see 1, you got 2, you will never get a 3.
Well, there's several reasons why we're not going to get a 3, but but I know with One Piece because it's the only issue that they have is time, and I say that because the actors are going to get older. They may want to do other projects. Money.
I mean, the actor that played Zoro, he's been in several live adaptations of anime. He was in JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
He was also in Ronin Kenshin too. It took me a while to remember who he was.
So I was just like, because I kept looking at him, I'm like, I know this face, and it turns out he's in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And
what, the live action?
Yeah, from like 92 or 94, one of those.
Yep.
How old is it? Again, I reiterate, time will be a problem going forward.
Time will be a problem.
Some of these dudes be looking at them like, how are you 60, but you look like you 20?
That's how they roll. It's how they roll. So, all right. I guess we're wrapping this up. Ozzy.
What's going on?
To bring you back in front and center. Dude, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were part of the convo. I'm glad you brought some of this artwork to show off, because people really need to see this and get a kind of understanding that you got some dope shit, man. I ain't gonna hold you like
Skyline and Kaju's. I just need that. Look, I got a whole wall back here that I'm, I'll hit you up.
Hey, I got what you need, man. I got that artwork for the streamers, the gamers.
He said that like a true pusher. I got what you need, baby. I got what you need.
No. His Skyline and Kaiju's, because number one, I am a Godzilla fan. Number two, I love GTRs. It's one of my favorite cars. And the fact that I kept looking at this wall space behind me, I'm like, oh, that would look so good. And I was like, let me see what he can do.
Hey, I can make it happen, man. I got what you need.
Yeah, it's like
I'm your pusher.
Laney said she got a couple tank tops she wants. So I think, but man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You're definitely getting some service from the guys. You're getting our work. You're getting our monies, our dollars, because we just know good stuff when we see it. I
appreciate it more than you know. I appreciate y'all having me on the platform. The conversations was dope. Just everything, man. The vibe is dope. I hope to, tag along on y'all show whenever y'all want me back on, or whenever I drop something new or do something else groundbreaking.
This door, we tell everybody who comes, this door stays open. Ozzy here. Who else in there? Nix. Who else? Kurt. Who else? Hellspawn. All right, then. Plates are in the microwave. Make sure you clean up before you leave.
Right,
that's all we say. I don't want my wife yelling at me. Well, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. I love the work, man. Since I got introduced. I got introduced to you when I met Kira. Okay, that's when I got introduced. And that's how that worked. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
I'm telling you, I be
literally looking at my office, and I'm like, what can I take down and replace?
Hey, no, that's good, man. The artwork seems to have that effect, and it's all natural, man. It's all me just putting it all into the artwork people genuinely like, and I appreciate that more than ever, because I've been doing this for 12 years, and I've really been feeling the effects of the progress put in like the last 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So out of that 12, it's all worth it. So thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Kira, Lady Mandalore to some or to most.
Hey,
that's appropriate. I'll accept that. That is welcome. First of all, Ozzy, I want to apologize. I did not greet you in the proper manner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just seen a clip of Ninja Turtles and they were doing the same thing. I'm sorry.
Oh God! They ruined it. All right. Oh God! Now I've got to find something else to do now. Shit.
Hey, I want that bacon, egg, and cheese.
I want that bacon, egg, and cheese. Salt, pepper, ketchup on the side.
They're the type to get a pizza bagel. Let's be real. Hey.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah. No. No chicken wings fried hard. No beef and nothing.
No beef and
broccoli. About that life. No.
None of the crafts.
If you know, you know.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So, Lady Mandalore here. Also a native New Yorker, one of very few that are left. You can find me on Instagram as Roomful of Blurs, right there. I am also on TikTok as Child of Mandalore. I have a podcast called Child of Mandalore where I talk about the history of the Mandalorians in the terms of Star Wars lore. Also, I am doing something that I completely forgot to talk about last week, and I'm trying to find a way to buy myself some time on these microphone. I also have a podcast that I do every Sunday night. The time is going to be changing. It will now be at 7 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Yeah, regular people time. New job, new times. Yeah, it's great. Also, tagline, F the algorithm. That's my thing.
F the algorithm.
That's the algorithm.
That's
yep.
all of that.
Yes. Oh, also, steak and cocaine. I didn't do it this episode. I needed to get it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
Oh my God. Cinematic assassin. Tell the people.
That
absolutely no background for you, and she just yells steak and cocaine. It's just like
Steak and cocaine.
What,
Just throw it out there. Go back and watch past episodes. I promise you, it's a good time.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, it's me, the cinematic assassin.
Right.
We'll be watching.
Demetrius knows. After Algoro, he knows. He knows.
No matter what site you're on, you'll find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. I talk movies and TV shows and comics, and as you might be able to tell, don't take nothing too serious. Life is too hard. None of us are going to make it out alive, so just laugh. I am a writer for purefandom.com. I am a writer for blursedeyeview.org. I am a guy in Baltimore still.
The way you say it.
Hey.
He said it like it was like, why am I still in Baltimore?
That was the brief existential crisis just now. Don't worry about it. On that note, mental health is really important, guys. Take your meds, take that PTO, go do some self-care. It's lovely. And whatever else you do today, lean into learning, lean into laughter, lean into love, and we will make this world a better place.
Mm-hmm. Black Spartan.
Steak and cocaine? Steak and cocaine.
3 times. There she got it. It's
I'm
like Beetlejuice. You got to say it 3 times.
You got to say the whole thing. I'm sorry. I almost went to pit minutes like that.
You got to say it all together. It's not just one thing.
Oh man, okay. Black Spartan is where you can find me. Black Box 447 on all socials. I usually do reviews on everything that I read, that I play, that I watch, and gym stuff, because I try to do a couple push-ups. Because I like to encourage people to better themselves, and I always want to encourage people to do better themselves, because you know what? It is never too late to get in shape and worry about your health, because if you ain't noticed, a lot of us are dropping like flies out there. See, that's why I know me and Will gonna work out one day. He said he swears I'm gonna kill him. But anyway, I do have a couple podcasts of my own. Of course, my daily political podcast, Hall of Fame We Got Here, that is every Wednesday and Saturday. They can see on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. My video game podcast called Give It Podcast.
Jesus.
That can also be seen on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. At the same time, my podcast can be seen wherever you get your podcasts, where you hear them or see them. At the same time, guys, I am one of the many heads of the birdseyeview.org podcast writing team. I usually handle wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kennedy for that one. And in closing, guys, if you have somebody that's trying to do something new, whether it's a con, whether it's a new enterprise, whether it's anything that they're trying to do differently, it never hurts to share. Word of mouth is possibly the greatest, strongest advertising we can do for others. So support them the same way you would support Beyonce if she knew you existed. At the same time, it is con season. 3 simple rules. Number 1, respect cosplayers at all times. That should be completely understood from there, because if you haven't, I got a nice little story to tell about how I yeeted a white dude in the back of a Ford Bronco at a local Nashville Comic-Con. And there's video. I'm just waiting for it to come to me, because I really want to see how far I threw the dude. That also being said, number 2,
Demetrius will be proud.
I am kind of proud, because I was like, that truck was about to get 5 feet away from the street, and I still meant anyway. Again, hygiene. Wash your ass. Use deodorant. Go easy on the cologne, especially some fact you're going to be among crowded people. Also wear masks, just because if it calls for masks, please wear them, because coronavirus is creeping up again. So protect yourselves. And finally, number 3 is the same rule I have for myself, the same way I have in cons. Simply put, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Mm-hmm. This has been always a fun episode when I'm hanging with the crew. I can't help it. I like what I do. It is your man, Chris Fury, the man on the wall. What you got?
Lord Ozzy, are you going to be at New York Comic Con?
I should be.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. October. Yeah, October.
Yeah, October.
It is your
when
man.
is it? October when?
12th to the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And the last time, follow rule number 2. Exactly. Yeah. They said Spartan is stronger than
that had me choking over here when I saw that. I was like, really, Will?
Oh my God. It is your man on the wall, Chris Fury, here with another great episode with a dope guest and a dope crew. If you are new here on the YouTube channel, give us a follow. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you can also follow us on Instagram. Go to Blurred's Eye View, and it'll show you the link tree in the bio, and it'll go to all the great places where you can find us, including Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. The website. You see the intro song. You see all of the great stuff. New things are coming down the pipe. Stay tuned. We told y'all we got the gas pedal to the floor. We're not here to play games. There are some big moves happening. Maybe some big time changes happening. Who knows? Like it's all exactly that. Yes, it all comes together. I really do feel like a villain sometimes. So at all costs, but remember to, like we do with every show, you want to tune in to us every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Thursdays, 9 p.m., same channels. But like I do with every show, remember, you be kind to everybody. Educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Thank you to our guests, Ozzy the Vyrus, and this dope crew. We always keep it together. You guys know how we do that. You keep coming back and keep showing your love, so keep showing your support. Tell your friend, tell your daddy, tell your mama, tell your grandmama, and your aunties. You know, apparently they like the way my voice sounds and all that stuff. So, you know, and the guys like the way Kira sounds. So, hey, we'll take them.
Oh, I forgot. Well, hello. Hi. Good evening.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Normally this is Tafari's job, but he's been on one today. Sam's been on one. Ozzy's cooler than a penguin breast meat.
Wow.
William, what is going on?
That is funny as hell.
What's going on?
Just that.
That's gonna be used. That one's gonna get used a lot.
Can we put that on the shirt? I think we're putting it on the shirt. Anyway, talk to y'all guys soon. See you Thursday night at 9 p.m.
Appreciate
we are out of
y'all,
here.
Man. Thank you.
Bye.
No problem.
Bye.